what are the games we are looking forward to the most early 2017? You can throw in like later games throughout 2017, but I'm trying to focus it more early, for the first part of the year. So, again, I wrote up a little list, but why don't you guys throw what you're interested in first, and then I'll go through mine.
Like I spoke about previously in the other topic, I can't even fucking remember what it's called. That Sons of Anarchy /
Days Gone.
Yeah, Days Gone. Days Gone looks amazing, and if it carries on looking as good as it does now, and if it keeps on impressing, then I will quite happily spend 60 quid on that game. It's mixed in two of my most favourite things. My favourite series, which is Sons of Anarchy, and one of my favourite kind of gameplays, which is zombies. So I don't really understand how much more it could go wrong, to be honest.
Technically, they're called freakers. They don't really like you calling them zombies, but because they're alive.
At the end of the day, I don't think really it's going to matter when I'm like shooting them in the head either way.
Yeah, that swarm thing looks super cool, doesn't it? That
it looks fucking terrifying. That's why
I'm amazed that they can put it on PS4. They figured it. Like, I think technologically that's impressive.
Oh god, don't, because I'm getting so like excited about it. I know I'm gonna have to like do like share play with one of you when I play it or something, because for a fact I am gonna be fucking screeching. I was bad with Until Dawn.
They're kind of going for like an open world sort of Last of Us sort of aesthetic as well, which is kind of a cool idea. But they're not all going to be those swarms. I don't think. I think there's going to be different types. No. Like you're going to go into different areas and it'll be more like normal, traditional, like zombies or freakers, whatever you want to call it.
Like they've kind of like adapted to the surroundings, or.
And then kind of like in The Walking Dead, how there's mobs or whatever. Every so often you'll go into an area that will have like swarms in them and shit. You'll have to like survive or like whatever, collect something.
It just seems awesome. And also like, I mean, I don't know if it's true, but from what I've gathered of the game, is that there's no specific thing where you can go like, you don't have to target the zombies in that way, the freakers, sorry, in a certain way. Like when when they've got the swarm and they're going through that big fucking trailer thing, and he gets the option to put that bomb or some shit on the explosive on the logs.
Yeah.
Or does he cut the regardless,
I can't remember. Yeah, I think he does. He puts a bomb at one point, and then I think he also cuts the logs. I think they're separate points.
Yeah, but it seems like from my my take on it is that like it's kind of, you have to improvise, you have to like use what you've got, and you have to think on your feet really, really fast. So instead of like, for instance, in like The Last of Us or whatever, there's an area where it's really, really dark. I can't remember what it is. It's like in a train station or something. You've got the clickers, and you've got like the normal runners and stuff, and like you've got like lockers to your left, and you have to pick up the things to make a shiv. Where it's kind of laid out for you, isn't it? This is what you need to do. This is helping you out. Whereas I feel that in this Days Gone, you've kind of literally just got to use what you fucking got and improvise.
Just read the surroundings or whatever as you go.
Yeah, and that's what seems really exciting to me, because not only is it going to be fast paced, because obviously you're going to have these moments where you like, where I'm absolutely papping myself. But you're also going to have to like use your brain. I'm really terrible at like freezing up in situations like that and panicking and button bashing. So it's going to be a challenge for me. But yeah,
well, if you saw as well in the demo, like they were being stealthy, and before they got caught, so maybe you can sneak into an area with a swarm, and as long as you don't get seen, maybe you can.
That scares me even more, like really badly. It took me ages to get in the hang of The Last of Us or whatever, the whole sneaking point, because it was just even worse. The anticipation and the like, oh my god, are they gonna hear me? It used to get me up even worse. I'd rather go in guns blazing, to be honest. But,
well, I'm sure that'll be an option. Maybe not with the swarm. Yeah. You'll have to run.
I still liked it. Yeah, I can't exactly sneak off tiptoeing, can I? But no, yeah, I'm really, really excited for that game. I think it's gonna be awesome. And if it's not, I think I'll cry.
I'm sure it'll be good. Yeah. So another one, Resident Evil. Something I'm super hyped for, Resident Evil 7. That game, it's coming out early as well, January. So I'm super hyped for that. It's probably one of my most hyped for, definitely early 2017. It looks really cool. personally, I didn't like 6 at all, and I love 4, but they're kind of going for a more sort of Outlasty vibe, and I'm not crazy about Outlast, but I like that they're trying something different. I think it'll be good. I played the demo, and the demo, I really liked the puzzly aspect of it, and you know, it was kind of creepy, and then you're wondering about what's going on, and then you're talking about the lore of, you know, 'cause you have all these discussions about the lore of, you know, why shit's happening, and
no, that'd be cool.
Like that.
I'm excited for that as well. I'm always excited for Resident Evil games, to be honest. So
yeah, it's like the weird stuff as well. Like you move into that room and then you turn around and then there's all those dummies behind you, all the mannequins, and it's like, oh, what the fuck's going on here? That stuff's kind of cool. It wasn't like trying to do, you know, like jump scares per se. It wasn't really about that. It was more about, just like creepy little, what the fuck's happening here?
Yeah. I think it could go one of two ways, if I'm honest, because I mean, it's difficult. I don't want to judge it too much because they've never really. I mean, I know you didn't like 6. I kind of did. You know, I like to think
it's not a bad game in it. If you put 6 on an island in its own little world where none of the other Resident Evil games existed, it's not a bad game. It's just, it's an action. It took. They should have gone back to what 4 was, because that's good for third person, because that was like a great combination between action and survival horror. Whereas 5 was all action, and then 6 was like weird action / movie Call of Duty stuff. It's like they went in the wrong direction for me. And a reboot, even if it is in a different sort of a different way, like in sort of Outlast vibe, for me it's like, fuck it, what have you got to lose, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. Either they've changed it for the reason if they want to do something different, and you know what, fuck it, go for it, or because there are quite a few. I mean, obviously we haven't played it yet, but there are quite a few movies that have that same kind of feel. So I don't know if they're just trying to kind of. It's quite in at the moment, isn't it? That kind of like spooky stuff. So hopefully it's not that they've done it to kind of fit in, if that makes sense.
Hopefully it's not reactionary. They've been, I think they've been planning this for a little while actually, which is, I think it's kind of cool. And I think the thing that's definitely put wind in their sails is PT, because people were losing their fucking mind about PT, and then that got cancelled. So this seems like a great replacement. Plus, this game's going to be in VR, and although it's had some VR troubles by the sounds of it, could you imagine playing it in VR?
No.
Like if the motion sickness wasn't a thing, if that wasn't a problem for me, could you imagine? You'd be like, oh, you'd be shitting your pants.
I'm terrible. I'm really bad for like falling for the jump scares and like falling for the creepiness and shit and the atmospheric music and stuff. So like having that in a fucking thing strapped to my head where I can't see anything else, I will be fucking freaking. In fact, you know what? I think it might be funny. It would be worth investing that 300 quid for the VR just to have my reaction.
Yeah, well, maybe.
There may
just
be
to record it.
There may be a puddle of piss. Just giving you a bit of warning.
That's possible. Well, if that is the case, I'd be setting with a VR, not, you know, at my place. I'd be setting it like in your room or wherever, you know, like on your couch or something.
I'll have like a ground sheet down or something, just in case.
A paddling pool.
Just
in case.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's safe and sorry.
So that's a game that I'm super hyped for that, and it's not far away. It's like, I don't know, 7 weeks away or something, as long as it doesn't get pushed back again, which I don't. In fact, I don't even know if it did get pushed back, but as long as it doesn't get pushed back like so many games do.
Yeah.
That's definitely something I'm super looking forward to.
Okay.
Next, then another big one, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Like, that game looks fucking awesome, and that's scratching an open world sort of itch for me. I think that's something. You know, I think that's gonna be really cool. The way. The thing for me is like, how's the combat going to work? Because it's very different. It's sort of like, I like that there's like an ambush aspect to it, so you can sort of set a trap.
Yeah.
I like that look to it, but I wonder how the, you know, moment to moment combat's going to go. That's something, you know, that.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, apart from the fact that it's like some futuristic prehistoric dinosaur slash cyber thing,
where you're fighting Grimlock. Meet
yeah,
Grimlock.
yeah. Apart from that aspect to the game, one of the things that grabbed me from the trailer was actually the storyline. Not only have they just kind of whacked in a load of things and kind of put a generic storyline in it with a different idea, that it seems like they've really thought about it, because there's the whole kind of she's the only one, she's the kind of the outcast. She's
it's
only one of a
intriguing,
kind.
isn't it? It's like we want the lore. It's like, how did the world get destroyed?
Yeah.
How did the fucking giant robots come to be? How have these people survived?
Yeah.
How is she special?
Are they controlled?
You know?
Is there like a bigger game out there? Is there like another world out there? Because it's obviously futuristic because of the technology and shit. So, or is it otherworldly?
Is someone controlling the
exactly.
Not zombies, the robots?
Yeah. Is there like a more futuristic world out there? Kind of, like when it is post-apocalyptic and you've got the kind of like the run-down areas and then you've got like the bits that have been built up more. Is it like that? Why is she the only one? How did she get there? How is she going to find out what she is as well? Because that's going to be pretty epic. So I think it's going to be an awesome game.
The story's got a lot of potential. I think that's good as well. It's like the open world looks great, and I think that's going to be like a fun Far Cry-esque sort of vibe. The combat, I like the idea of the ambushes and the traps, so that appeals to me. And then the story as well. Story sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So, and plus you can capture steeds and shit, and like ride around on like little robot wildebeest and whatnot.
That'd be well cool.
So,
there was 3 that got my attention, and it was Horizon Zero Dawn. Fucking what's it called?
Days Gone. You keep forgetting.
Days Gone. Like literally, just keeps fucking off out of my head. And the other one I can't remember. The one with Norman Reedus in it and stuff. They're the 3 that.
Death Stranding.
Yeah.
That won't be a 2017 game. You're looking 2018, 2019 at the earliest.
That is ages away. But yeah, they're the ones that. I mean, you read through, listen to through the podcast. I've always said that I'm not one to splash out £60 on a game, but
£40 is $60.
Is it not going to be like the normal £60?
£40 unless it's a special edition. Most games, it might be like £50 or £45.
PS4?
Yeah.
What?
When's the last time you bought a game? You've had games recently. It can't be. Haven't you looked at the prices?
Regardless, it doesn't matter. They're the ones that I'm quite happy to splash out on a bit. Even if they were £60, which apparently they're not, I'd splash out on it. Make you feel better?
Well, not particularly. I'm not really bothered either way. But another one I'm super hyped for, Ukulele. Again, I've talked about it a lot. It scratches that itch, that Spyro, Banjo-Kazooie, fucking... what's the one you always like? Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot, yeah.
Scratches that sort of itch, Perhaps not so much linear as, Crash Bandicoot. You're getting a remaster of that at some point. That's got to have you super hyped.
It's really difficult. Like, part of me's like, oh yeah, I can't wait to play it. But the other part's like, I can't wait because it's going to still have to be like 30, 40 quid for a game. Do you know what I mean? That potentially isn't going to be that good. But it will be good.
True. That's true. Is he going to lean too much on nostalgia, I think is what...
Yeah, I think that's the problem, is that, like, it was great back then, but am I going to still find it as amusing and as captivating?
Well, I think Ratchet and Clank and Ukulele are the litmus test for what that game looks like in 2016, 2017, so maybe they can carry on, in that sort of vibe, because they've been, like, obviously Ukulele's not out yet, but I'd imagine they'll both get good reviews and stuff. So
yeah, I mean, like, I'll give it a go. Of course I will, and if it comes up cheap, not a problem. But yeah, I just don't really see the problem. Like, I'll quite happily give it a go and stuff. Just not. But again, I don't know if
super hyped or
not super hyped. I don't know if it's also kind of like my adult, the very small, tiny part of my brain that is adult, is saying it's a kid's game. Do you know what I mean?
But
like,
that might be fun. Maybe you could play it with Hayden.
Yeah, mate. Oh, yeah. No, that would be cool. That would be cool.
You know,
Would it be
maybe
bad
that
if
would
I
be
got it as one
fun.
of his Christmas presents?
That would be kind of bad. Yeah, you know, you could play it along with him or whatever. So it'd be
Yeah.
cool. Other games, Switch will be coming out early next year, so we don't know a lot of games, but we're probably going to get a new Mario and Zelda Breath of the Wild, which sounds pretty cool. Something else that sounds pretty cool, there's rumours that the Switch might be £200 or £250 or like $300, that sort of price range.
Yeah, that's
Which
not too
sounds
bad.
amazing if it is. They're rumours, so, you know, don't go too crazy, but if they can drop it for that price, damn, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
They've got a
that'd
real
be well
chance
cool.
with that. And it gives you even more reason to be hyped for like a Zelda Breath of the Wild or a new Mario game. So,
How
and
much?
as
When is it predicted to come out?
March, sometime in March. I don't think they've given a date. They're going to have a conference on January 13th,
Oh yeah, cool.
saying date and price and stuff. So.
Ah, sweet. That sounds wicked. And it'll
But
be
if-
dropped a bit by like kind of Christmassy time as well, wouldn't it? So
Yeah, again, but the price, yeah, exactly. So you could probably get a little bundle with
that'd be
maybe
awesome.
like a game and a pad or whatever for like 200, 190, something like that.
Ah, that'd be
Maybe. But that's only if it's that cheap. But even if it's like, even if next year you can get a bundle with a game for like £240 or whatever, or like, you know, $300 or whatever, that's still
still a good
plausible,
price, isn't it?
isn't it? You know, for like a purchase, you know. So if they can make it cheap, then, you know, they might have a chance here. But, you know,
If it's that
third
amount
party
of
support is
money,
important.
yeah, if it's that kind of money, if you know they carry on with what they've said and stuff, I'd be well up for like saving up for one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's cheap, and even just for maybe for the Nintendo first party games, and if they're
Yeah.
funneling both their ecosystems of 3DS and Wii U development, they'll probably have like one game every month or two.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
So even if it's just surviving on first party, they might really have a chance. But I'd like to see them at least try and get third parties involved. But
Yeah.
yeah,
that
so
would be
anyway,
good.
gives potential to get hype for new Mario and Zelda Breath of the Wild if it is that cheap, because, you know, I'm sure they'll be getting a lot more purchases if it is.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be wicked. You know, like I appreciate Zelda. I think it looks good and stuff. I've never really been a fan, or I've never really given it the time of day, to be honest. So
but it's supposed to be like taking the Zelda of like Ocarina of Time and mixing it with like a more open world vibe. So
exactly. So if it's that amount of money, if they are going to go for a cheaper price range, then who knows? Maybe I'll become an avid Zelda fan.
yeah, maybe you become a Nintendo fangirl. Could be.
Maybe.
Could be a thing.
Wouldn't that be
It might
interesting?
suit you actually, because it's like games like Zelda are like that mix between casual and core gamer, aren't they?
Yeah. That'd be
So-
kind of cool. Can you like co-op and stuff on it?
I don't think so, but I think it's mainly a first, you know, single player experience or whatever.
Ooh,
But
you get
there will
different
be
colours
games.
as well.
There will be games like that. So
Yeah, no,
Sounds cool.
that sounds wicked.
so other games. Obviously the game everybody's most hyped for, Metal Gear Survive. Of course, everybody's super hyped for that, to see what that's all about. Not. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'll be interested to see what Metal Gear Survive turns out. I presume it'll be a 2017 game. I'm guessing it's not going to do well. It's not going to review well. But I bet it won't be a bad game. I bet people are just going to hate on it more than it deserves. But it's definitely
Why
not,
do you say so?
because it's Metal Gear without Hideo Kojima, and it's essentially a survival horde game, a zombie horde game with weird crystal unicorn zombies. And
What?
have you not seen the bad guys? They're like
Oh shit! Hang on.
zombies with like crystal unicorns in their head. Weird as fuck.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
so, you know, it's not exactly in keeping with the Metal Gear per se, but it's at least they're not saying it's Metal Gear 6 or whatever. But it does seem like a
That's-
cash grab, so I'm not sure it's not going to get a lot of love, but
Ugh.
it'll definitely be interesting. I definitely want to see what people have to say about it.
See, this is what gets me with fucking like companies and shit. When they've got like I forgot what the word is. When they've got like a series of games and stuff, and then they do something that's completely and utterly different, yet like keep it under that name. Do you know what I mean? Like, why not just
Yeah.
go with it and make like a whole new like series, or just a standoff game, or make it obvious that it's a spin-off, or do you know what I mean? Like something like
Yeah.
that. So, and it'd be a good kind of like safeguarding, because if it did flop, then it's taking it away from a series
Doesn't
that
it
is
doesn't hurt the
avidly
name.
loved.
The problem is Konami couldn't make. They don't have enough goodwill to make a new IP and be like, this is whatever, you know, unicorn zombie fighter. You know, they couldn't make a new IP.
Fucking unicorn zombies.
Yeah, they couldn't make a new IP because they just don't have the goodwill or the traction, really. So they have to lean on the Metal Gear franchise.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think the problem for me is if it's canon, they should say this isn't canon. This is just a little bit of fun we're having. Because you see Snake in it and stuff, and they get like just whipped off to this parallel dimension or whatever. But yeah, it does seem a bit cash grabby. I'm sure it'll be okay, but nothing more than that. And I'm sure it'll get slammed for, you know, for Konami being Konami, basically.
Yeah.
And being shit. So
Lame.
yeah. Other games. Probably give a shout. You got to give a shout out to For Honor. That looks kind of cool. It's like a
To
night.
what?
For Honor looks kind of cool. It's like a night sort of combat game, but it's kind of the combat's not just like hack and slash. It's like, you know, you have to parry, and it's like got a little technique to it. It looks kind of cool. People are super hyped for that. I'm interested to see what that's all about. Shout out to PlayStation VR as well. Be interesting to see what VR games are going to come next year.
Definitely.
Obviously, Resident Evil, we've already talked about that, will also be a VR game, so that'll be cool. And then other games, Mass Effect Andromeda. I've not really been into that franchise, but this game looks really cool and people love that franchise. And this is going to be set in a new universe, new story. So it's almost like rebooting and starting from scratch. So it'd probably be a great,
that's kind of cool.
a great way to enter it. And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, you've got the whole open world universe exploring vibe. So that's going to be cool. And third-person shooter, it's got RPG aspects. So that's definitely one to watch. I'm sure fans of Mass Effect are going to be super hyped for that.
Yeah.
So, and I think it'll be a game for people who aren't necessarily into that game.
Yeah.
And there's South Park Fractured Butthole.
Excuse me?
South Park Fractured Butthole.
Are you being serious?
I'm being serious.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. You know, like it's the sequel to Stick of Truth. They've got away with calling it Fractured Butthole because it's like the way they've spelt it, fractured, but hole, not hole as in butthole as in WHOLE.
No, HOLE.
What? No, WHOLE. Hole, not a hole. It is a whole game, not a hole in a game.
How do you spell hole as in a hole in the wall?
HOLE.
Alright,
Right?
okay. Just clarifying.
I'm not sure which one of us has just lost their mind.
No, you were saying, oh, like, they've got away with it because they haven't spelled it WHOLE.
No, because they have spelt it
Yeah,
WHOLE.
Alright, just clarifying for the audience, that's all.
Yeah. Yeah, so like South Park first game, it's so fun. It's really good. I mean, the RPG mechanics are a little bit more in depth than I was expecting. I haven't got that far through the game. Again, it's in my back catalogue, which is fucking massive, that I need to get through. But the great thing about it is it's like playing an episode of South Park. You are like...
Hang on. Like, I've googled the whole like butthole thing. Wait, no. I've googled the South Park.
You've googled someone's butthole, yeah.
No, and they're going on about like this fucking nozzulous rift.
Oh yeah, that's just like a joke thing. You know, there's the Oculus Rift VR thing. They've made like a smell one because there's a lot of farting in South Park, obviously. And whenever they fart, it puts a fart smell in the nozzulous rift.
That's disgusting.
So it's like, you know, I
That's
don't know.
disgusting. Yeah,
Smell
absolutely
VR.
amazing.
Smell VR.
That'd be amazing. Matt'd love that.
Yeah, probably. But it's supposed to be gross, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that got pushed back. It was supposed to come out 2017. Probably wise to push it back with how many games are coming out at the end of the year. Probably they should probably push it into spring sometime. Find a nice little space, release it then. But yeah, I think you'd really like it. I mean, I haven't watched South Park for a while, but it is like it's like you're playing an episode, and it's really cool. I think you'd like it.
Yeah, I do love South Park. We've been watching it recently.
You should definitely give it a go. So, I think that's you know, it's still super funny and stuff, and you don't need to know all the in jokes. There's quite a lot of old in jokes and stuff. So, and this one, the battle system's like not real time strategy, like you know, Final Fantasy Tactics sort of thing. So, but yeah, again, it looks like it'd be kind of deep with the gameplay, and then like not at all deep and just silly and ridiculous with the story as per usual. So, you know, and it's about superheroes now. Like Lord of the Rings isn't cool anymore. It's all about the superheroes. So that'd be cool.
No, sounds good.
So if you have to pick one, then what's your most hyped game for? We'll say 2017, but early 2017 is probably what I'll title it. But mine is gonna be. It's got to be a toss-up between Resident Evil and Horizon Zero Dawn. I think I'm going to give it to Resident Evil because Horizon Zero Dawn's an unknown quantity, and although it looks amazing, it could be shit. So I'm going to give it Resident Evil.
You?
What do you mean?
You should go out for the unknown.
I did that last year, and do you know what that unknown was called? It was called No Man's Sky.
Okay, all right, you've been burnt before. That's cool.
Exactly.
That's understandable. Fuck. It's between Horizon Zero Dawn and
You can't remember it, can you? How many times?
Wait.
Write it down somewhere.
Dead Gone.
No,
Gone.
close. Days Gone.
Days Gone. See?
Write it on your hand or something. Jesus.
I haven't had any fucking coffee today. Shut up. Fucking arsehole. Anyway, for Days Gone, I'm excited for both of them.
Yeah. I think next year's going to be a chocolate block. I think it's going to be a great year for games. Like I was saying.
Did you just say it's going to be a chocolate bar?
It's going to be chock-a-block. Full of games.
Yeah, next year's going to be chocolate bar, yeah. Like it's some like new hip saying or whatever.
Oh, you're just so not chocolate bar. You're so...
Oh, you've not heard about it. It's proper chocolate bar, man.
You're so Weetabix. You're not even chocolate bar. Yeah, I know.
You're fucking Weetabix, you boring bastard.
As if.
Anyway, I'm probably going to give it to... shit, 'cause I've just got myself excited about thinking. Yeah, fuck it. I'll go for Days Gone. Days Gone? Yeah. I'll go for Days Gone just because, like...
Yeah, I'm excited.
Two of my favourite
I'm excited
things.
for next year. I mean, for the past few years, I've been disappointed with, you know, big games, really. There hasn't been a lot of things that blow me away this generation. So I'm super excited because they're stacking. There's like loads. Like in the next, I don't know, probably 3 months, I'll probably have Resident Evil, Final Fantasy 15, Horizon Zero Dawn, and maybe Yooka-Laylee, all in the space of
I'm getting excited now.
3 or 4 months. Whereas I've been almost 3 years, and I've had games that are fun and good, and Fallout 4, and you know, I've played new games and like old games, but
yeah,
it's getting really stacked in terms of stuff, and I think there's a lot to get excited about. So.
I mean, like obviously, like I said previously and stuff, like I kind of didn't have a lot of time for gaming, like prior to now. But there was always like still something that I kind of, you know, way in the past would pique my interest and stuff. Oh, I'll go, I've heard about that. It sounds really good. But like, it's just been fucking flat recently, completely and utterly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really fucking excited. Like,
I don't know why it's been like that though in the AAA space. I don't know why they're at these.
I don't know.
I mean, there have been massive games because we've talked about them, but no, it's like none of them are for me.
They're all the same.
And they're all sequels.
I think that's what. Yeah, exactly. I think they're all sequels. They're all the same fucking. It's like the whole like point of fucking horror movies and shit. Like I haven't seen a good horror movie for fucking years. Probably since like, I don't know, like 28 Days Later kind of time or whatever. And I think it's the same there. Like they kind of run out of ideas a little bit, so they make a new one, or like a sequel or a prequel or something. So,
Yeah.
but I think this year coming up, I think they've got a lot of like.
I think that's why it's
new
so
ideas coming up.
exciting, because, you know, Days Gone, that's a new game. Granted, it leans on other things, but new game. Resident Evil, sure, it's not a new game by any stretch of the imagination, but they've got a new take on it.
Yeah.
You know, Ukulele, it's something we've not had for a long period of time. It's going to be like Banjo-Kazooie, but again, different. It's going to be what that would be in 2016. You know, Horizon Zero Dawn, a completely new IP. You know, I think there's a lot to get excited about, and I'm hyped. So
I'm pretty hyped.
Wow, that's this month's Recon Cast done and dusted. I hope you enjoyed our shenanigans and tomfoolery, and don't forget to join in with our nonsense by posting your ideas for future topics in the comments. And as well as a name check, your topic could feature in an upcoming episode. Anywho, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more BS of a similar nature. Thank you, and goodbye.